What's up, Sailor Rickers? We're here with another podcast for you. Just going to be covering some quick patch notes, what's coming up, just stuff like that. Talking about...
I mean, some of these discussions could get long. I don't know.
Well, yeah, it's possible, depending on how things go. So welcome. It's our first full-length podcast with you guys.
Yeah.
So it should be interesting. We'll see how it goes.
So, wait. Before we get started, you got to introduce yourself.
I mean, do I really have to? All right.
Yeah. I mean, who knows?
Who knows what?
This could be their first one that they see of us. They don't know who we are.
Well, yeah. All right, whatever. I'm the Gecko, or Aaron.
Or Aaron.
Yeah, I mean,
you're just so motivated. It's like,
I don't know, you just caught me so off guard with the whole,
Gecko.
we gotta reintroduce ourselves again.
Alright, so I'm the Chameleon. I play the Chameleon. That's my gamer tag on a lot of different things. Or you can call me Andy, as Aaron tries to say both in the title. He starts with the Chameleon, and then later as it goes on, he just goes, "Hey, Andy, go over."
At least I don't introduce myself, as
Well,
someone did in the forest.
Well, hey, that was our best one yet.
I think we have to agree to disagree on that one. Alright, so starting out, we're just going to cover some quick patch notes for some of our games that we've been playing. First one was Dungeon Defenders. That's kind of your
I've been
game,
I've been going nuts with Dungeon Defenders. I keep trying to get you to freaking get on Xbox.
I know.
You gotta go get batteries.
I have them, but my kids they burn through the batteries faster than I can buy them.
Get a chargeable battery.
I do. Okay, but that's the thing. So that's an issue I'm having with my Xbox right now, and it's really bothering me, is when I plug my charger cord in it, and that's why I was telling you the other night, I have a super short one that I was using, but because my long one, for whatever reason, when I plug it in, I can't use my mic with it. It just, when I plug it into the Xbox, it almost overrides my mic plug-in.
You should go back to the old style. I know they're making them for the Xbox One, but literally it's just, there is no Wi-Fi.
Oh, it's just a wired controller?
It's just a wired controller. You need to go back to that.
I don't know.
But going back to Dungeon Defenders.
We really got off course there for a little while.
Yeah, we did. Going back to Dungeon Defenders. So Dungeon Defenders just came out. It's a action cooperative tower defense game. I've been going nuts with it. I've been doing a lot of streaming of that game, and like I said, I've been trying to get him to play with me, but he doesn't want to build his character.
I do.
But so they had a rough start coming out. So when it first came out, their servers were all out of whack. They didn't. I don't know, they weren't prepared for it, they weren't set up for it, whatever you want to say, but their servers were all messed up, so nobody could
They weren't prepared to handle what it would be like with it being a free game, because the original one, if I remember right, wasn't free to play.
I don't remember, yeah. I think it was paid.
Yeah, I think it was one of those ones that was $5, $10, $15, something like that, so it didn't get a huge amount of attention.
Yeah.
But when they did the free-to-play for the second one, I think they just weren't ready for the response that they got as far as, how many people were going to want to play it.
But since then, they've had a patch come out to fix a lot of the issues, but according to their Twitter, the patch only fixed 74% of what was wrong.
Sweet.
Game. So the biggest thing is, the biggest thing that they're having problems with is, when you party up, when you finish a mission, you can either go back to the tavern, continue, or replay the map.
Right.
Problem is, if anybody on the team selects one of those options, somebody's going to crash. And when you're by yourself, that happens about 50% of the time. You're more likely to continue or go to the tavern when you're by yourself, but when you party up, somebody's crashing. So you're always, after every match, go back to the Xbox dashboard, freaking quit out of the game if you can. Because how when you go back to the main menu, you hit the start button, you can go down to quit. Sometimes it doesn't even give you that option. I have to start a new game, then go back into that game.
And then, come play with you. Yeah, that sounds wonderful. Yes, let me do that.
Yeah, so that's the biggest issue as of current right now of this video, that's the biggest issue that I hear a lot of people are having problems with. They can do like one match with friends, and then everybody has to quit out and come back into the game, and then they can play it again.
That's terrible.
Yeah, I mean, at least we could play the game, but yeah, it's kind of horrible.
Yeah, but barely. If you have to restart every match, that's a pretty like game-breaking bug.
Well, like they said, 74% is fixed.
Yeah, that's more than a quarter of the bugs that aren't fixed. That's pretty rough. For any game. I mean, really, like, and it's been out long enough now that the patches should be fixing more than that. I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, you would think, like, everybody's complaining about it, but, like, I keep watching their Twitter and stuff like that, and it's just, like, they're just like, hey, we're doing a giveaway, free things. I'm like, I don't care to give a giveaway. Give me another patch to fix this.
Yeah. Or at least a hot fix that kind of fixes it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's playable now, but, it's still a hot mess.
I'll give it playable-ish at best.
Okay, playable-ish.
All right. So, I mean, anything else for Dungeon Defenders? Then you really want me to play it with you more?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a really enjoyable game. As you get up in the tiers, into the chaos tiers and stuff, it gets really, really challenging. Right now, I can solo Chaos 2 as of this video, but yeah, I'm still working up there, trying to get to the Chaos 7.
I'm like...
You haven't even...
Level 30, maybe? 36, I think.
You're in, like, what, Act 3, I think we left off?
No, we just killed the first boss.
I think that's
Act... or whatever her name is?
I think that's Act 3. I don't remember.
Out of how many acts?
6.
Oh, alright. Well, that's a thing. Well, maybe well, all right, I'll make a deal with you. Once they actually fix all the issues, then I'll
Yeah.
All right. So next one we're gonna cover is my favorite game right now, which is Playerunknown's Battlegrounds. Got my first solo win. Just wanna do a little.
I have seen no proof.
Bullcrap. I know for a fact that if you pulled up your phone right now, you have a picture in your text messages from me.
No proof. Let me pull it up here. Let me pull it up.
If you deleted it, I have it on my phone, so I don't give a crap what you say. I pulled off my first solo win.
Yeah, I don't see it in here. I got no proof.
Did you really delete it?
I got no proof.
Did you seriously delete it?
I don't know.
You're a terrible person if you deleted that.
Well, you know...
I don't give a crap what he says. I pulled my first solo win. We also pulled our first duo win the other day.
Yep, that we got on camera.
Yep.
Check out the highlights reel that's in there. Or go to our Twitch page that's on there, too.
So, yeah, I'm pretty well obsessed with that game right now. I like the competition. I like the level of difficulty it has. That's one problem I don't... with Dungeon Defenders for me is, like, I feel almost mindless because it's literally just, like, hold down right trigger, ability.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's
hold down right trigger again, ability. And, like, I don't know.
Well, I mean, I can go into PUBG and just jump in and get shot, and jump in and get shot.
That is what you do. What are you talking about?
I feel mindless in there, too.
Hey, to each his own. So, as far as, like, the latest updates, we got 3 new guns that came out. The pistol, the Glock 18, the full auto pistol.
I still have never seen that in the game.
Oh, I pick it up anytime I can find it.
Of course, I'm never paying attention to pistols because I never grab them.
I used to not until I happened to find it. Then I was like, oh crap, I need to start paying attention to this. It's a great like early game gun, like especially like.
Well, yeah, that's fully automatic.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah. So if like when everyone's rushing around trying to get a gun, and if you happen to get a Glock 18 compared to.
Well, yeah, any pistols
the G18C
like that.
or whatever it's called in PUBG. But yeah, it's great, like, if somebody has, like, the semi-auto pistols and you have the Glock 18, or even if they have, like, a...
How many rounds does it have to the mag?
16.
For starters?
Yeah.
What's the extended on?
Extended, I think, is 25 or 26, I think.
That's not bad.
Yeah. I mean, it's comparable to the Vector, honestly. As far as, like, without attachments or anything like that, it's like a small Vector. Yeah, because obviously you can't put a stock on it, but you can put a red dot on it. You can put an extended mag. You can put a suppressor. So it's its rate of fire is comparable to the the Vector, or the UMP for that matter.
So, and I'm done.
Yes. But yeah,
that's why I like the UMP. I think that's the best. I'm starting to like the Uzi too, but just because it's got a decent rate of fire, it's not super quick, and it holds a bunch of rounds.
The Uzi doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
I
mean, it's 25 rounds base mag.
Yeah, you're right. More than the Vector, that's for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so that's a Glock 18. It's a new pistol. It's a decent early game weapon. I like to carry it just as a tertiary backup. I usually carry like 2 mags for it.
Now, the next one you're going to talk about here is, you said they moved it to the server, right?
Are you talking about that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Groza is the next 7.62 assault rifle that came out. It's no longer just in the test server. It's actually in the main game now.
I have never seen it.
That's because it's only in airdrops.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, that's kind of stupid.
Well, okay, here's the thing, though. And I don't know like the logic behind it or anything like that. Really, the Groza is one of the best assault rifles in the game if you can get your hands on it. The recoil is super manageable. The just everything about it is better than pretty much any other assault rifle in the game.
What about like effective range? It's better than the M16?
Yes.
Wow.
It beats out, and that's the thing. Like, I don't know if they're gonna leave it that way and keep it in the loot boxes. I think if they move it out to like random loot drops like they have with every other assault rifle, I'm pretty sure they'll have to lower some of the stats. But if you watch like any like comparison videos where people are like in a test server and they're shooting both rifles and like looking at their spray patterns and stuff like that, the Groza just destroys every other gun as far as like spray pattern, recoil, and everything like that. It beats all of them. So I can understand why they have it in loot boxes to a point, but I mean, for me, like if I run up on a loot box and I find an assault rifle, I mean, I'm gonna be pretty disappointed. I'm gonna want a sniper or the 249 or something actually like cool that you don't actually always get.
Like the Tommy gun?
Oh, that was so. I don't want to talk about that. I had a game yesterday where I found a Tommy gun in one loot crate, and then I parkour mastered my way up onto a roof to get a second loot crate that dropped. Got an M24 sniper rifle with a ×15 scope. Ran about 200 yards away from that one spot, and immediately got sniped in the head by a K98. I was pretty bitter. Anyway,
but that's why you love the game so much. I've got great weapons.
Oh, damn it! But that's the thing, though. Like it's the weapons play a part in it, but it's also your skill level at the game. So, which is
I really wish we recorded that one match. Like we had a point where I could have won. It was 1v2. I could have won, but I just didn't care at all, and I wish I recorded it because it was literally. I was running up to the circle. The 2 guys were running up to the circle on my left, and I just turned and went and just sprayed like that. Ran out of ammo and just stared at them, and then there's like, bang, dead.
What we've established is if I'm not there at the end, pretty much a guaranteed loss.
One of these days I'll surprise you. Who knows?
It'll
be a fluke, probably.
Never repeatable, but
I'm gonna chuck a grenade just cause you're an idiot. Shoot him! Bam! I got him with a grenade.
All right, so next is the VSS. I mean, if you've played Battlegrounds, you know it's out already. It's been out for a little while, but we haven't done a video about it.
To me,
it's a piece of crap.
I keep wanting to grab it though. For some reason, I'm like, "Ooh, VSS! I want to grab it."
If it's there, I grab it. If I don't have like
a decent secondary,
decent secondary. Like I'll take it over an SMG. I won't take it over an assault rifle or a marksman rifle. I like it because it's already got a scope on it and a suppressor, which I really like. The problem is the bullet drop off and then like the damage drop off is so high that it makes it incredibly ineffective. I mean, it's really nice because you can just 10 rounds at sniper distance. The problem is your aim point's here. Your crosshairs is gonna be like up here for like really far away. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and so it makes it very hard to predict. I mean, you can. I don't even know. Actually, I've never looked if it's one of the ones that you can change the zeroing distance on. Because like the K98, well, really any assault rifle or marksman rifle, you can change the zeroing distance on like your
What button's
your
that?
4x and your 8x's. I don't remember because I never change it.
We had an interesting discussion just the other day of like it'd be really cool if I don't know if they would fly them into maybe loot packages or something, or like I said, you put them sparingly around the map, but have like mines or claymores. Yeah. I think that'd be really interesting.
I feel like I would lose my mind though. Like if I'm like running into a house and all of a sudden I just get blown up by a claymore. Like if that's something else I would have to think about. Like because I mean think about like when you clear a house, like unless they're moving, there's really no way to know if they're in a building or not. You know what I mean? So you gotta like slowly peek corners and stuff like that. If another thing I gotta watch for besides somebody with a shotgun waiting to blow my head off is a claymore set behind a freaking door, like that's gonna annoy the crap out of me. Because like you think about it, like you open the door and you're off to the side and you're looking, you can't see anyone, but that claymore's behind the door and you run in and set off that claymore.
Well, like I said, it would have to be a very sparingly, like out of 100 people, there's only going to be like 5 on the map.
Yeah.
And they're randomly placed, so chances are not a lot of people are going to find them.
Yeah.
So I mean, it would just be something interesting. It'd definitely be one of those things like, oh, I got a freaking claymore. This is cool. Kind of like the med kits that we sparingly find those around the area, but even still, I think you would. I don't know, maybe be a little less spawning than those.
Yeah. The other thing that changes some of the loot drop rates. So level 1 police vests, they vastly increase the drop rate of those, which who really gives a crap. They also,
you said they changed the M16 and AK spawn rates, didn't they?
Yeah, they lowered the M16, the AK spawn rates.
Now all you do is run up and I got 5.56. Where's the gun?
But the one they actually changed the most was actually the SCAR. I learned they lowered that because the SCAR, like up until like unless people find the Graz or whatever, the SCAR I guess is supposed to be like their top one now, which is weird because I personally prefer the 416 over the SCAR, which if you have all the attachments for it. Because really, the 416 does beat out the SCAR, but it takes all the attachments to beat out the SCAR.
And I think it's funny though, but if you have to put all the attachment, if you put on all the attachments and stuff like that, there's something might be better than the other. But if you look at the base stats, the M16 has better stats than all of them.
Yeah, which is true. But again,
you can't attach things to it. The only thing you can attach really that would change the stats is the scope.
Mm-hmm. And so for the SCAR and the 416, the only difference is the buttstock. So the buttstock does put the 416 above the SCAR a little bit. I mean, not a huge amount. So really, either one is fine. But for me, I personally prefer the iron sights for the 416 a million times over the SCAR. Mm-hmm. And because there are those games where you just can't find sights for them.
Yeah.
So. For me, I'll always take the 416 over any other assault rifle just because that's that's what I like. But
now, do you think what would be a good gun? Like, if you could think of right now, what would be a good gun that they could add into the game? Something different. So almost on the version of the Tommy gun kind of. It's just something different. I'm not saying a loot box gun, but something that's a little
something
different.
that they could add like another assault rifle or something to that effect, or SMG.
Yeah.
One I wouldn't mind seeing is a P90.
That'd be interesting,
right? Because you already got the Vector, which is an OP SMG.
Close up.
Close up, and with an extended mag. With a P90, just like a lot of other games where you can lower the damage on it because it's got a 50 round base mag. So it's something that's different, something that's a different dynamic of the game. It'd be good for somebody like you who isn't as precise with their shots, so you can just spray and
That would be a very interesting one. Let's see, what would a gun that I'd like?
Another one I'd like is a G36 for assault rifles.
I'd add a different one. I'm trying to think of something that's... I don't know, maybe a cross between, or just something different. Because, like, we have assault rifles, we have SMGs, we have pistols. I'm trying to think of something that's a little, like, maybe an in-between, or...
I'd like another thing similar to the SKS, like maybe like the M14 or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking, like a DMR type of rifle.
So, like, my problem with the SKS now is it's got pretty severe recoil. I understand why it does, because it's, you know, it is a semi-auto, essentially, sniper rifle, but it can make it very hard to get, you know, second and third shots on target quickly. So I wouldn't mind having, you know, like the M14 or something like that, with, you know, maybe slightly lower damage, but have the same fire rate and have less recoil. And I'd take the lower damage, you know, with like that, as opposed to having the higher damage of the SKS with the more severe recoil.
Yeah, because I mean, another gun I was thinking of is something that's on the line of kind of like an M1 Grand. It's a rifle, but it's not like a
true sniper rifle.
Yeah, it's not like the M16 where it has like a clip that you just change out or something. It's more of an actual rifle, but
I don't know. M14.
No. Oh, I see what you're saying.
I mean, that's almost like the same principle, except it is magazine fed.
M60, 249.
See,
could you imagine that game if they gave the, like, you know, at the military bases or like on the underground or something, like they had M60s, like friggin' 300 rounds?
That would be freaking awesome. Like, oh god.
Oh, one thing they could do though is like if you, I don't know, so to make it effective to have like an M60, you would need a level 3 backpack to have the ammo.
Yeah.
So say like the level 1 backpacks could only carry, you know, 50 rounds. Is it really good at, or like 50 rounds and it would fill up the backpack? Is it really good enough to take an M60? Probably not. I mean, something on that lines would be interesting.
I'm still really mad the one time I had a 249, I lit a dude up and he just ignored the fact that I put like 60 rounds into him.
Was that the time that we were in that house and you opened the door and he was right there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it literally was like, door here, I see him here, and I was just like, all the way across the door as he ran by, and I just see blood, 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 and then I was dead. And I was like, what? How does that even happen?
Yeah, that's the one thing about that game is, like, I've had times where, just on, like, the last game we had together, you know, the one, I was aiming down the sights, I shot, I hit the guy straight in the head, blood splattered and everything, and he just ran away, laughed it off. I'm like, seriously? I didn't even break his helmet.
Yeah.
So it's like, I wonder if, you know, the hitboxes are just not quite right yet, or maybe they are.
I don't know, because, like, even, like, watching, like, videos online and stuff, like, you see guys that he takes a shot, and I'm like, oh, there's no way that's hitting, and then you're like, blood splatter, and you're like, what? And then there's ones where, you know, it's like, oh, that's going to hit him, fire, nothing. And you're like, what? Like, I don't know. I think part of it is just, like, again, like, the collision detection, the rendering range is one thing that kind of upsets me a little bit still. Like, when you get a ×8 and a ×15, and, like, you know, you're looking way down, you know, and you'll see somebody, and it's like, okay, and then you shoot, and you literally see it hit the invisible tree in front of them, and you're like, what the F? And then now they know where you're at, because you just fired around at them, and you're like, well, this is stupid.
One thing they need to fix really badly is, I know they've done some work on it, but it's not quite right yet, is the spectator camera.
Oh, gosh.
There's sometimes where it's like, the guy's up here, you're aiming down here, going, ta-ta-ta-ta. I'm like, what are you shooting at?
The best is when you do that, and, like, the guy's over here, your aimer's down here, and then you're still seeing blood splatter off him. You're like, what?
You're like, how is he? Or it's just like, I've had it to where watching your camera crashed my game.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
It's because I'm so good, man. I can't help it.
Yes, you're so good. According to my screen, you're aiming at the ground, staring at your feet.
Hey, who got a solo win?
No proof. There was no winner chicken dinners.
Yeah, go ahead, go to the next thing.
We're moving on. We're moving on. We don't want to do this anymore.
You're cool.
I don't want to hear it.
See? Right there. See? Whatever it is there.
I see squad. I see squad there.
You're so full of crap. You see squad?
What the best part is you had to actually crushed
I hate
this
you.
shit.
I hate you. All right, so we're gonna be turning this into a solo channel when I murder the comedian in his sleep tonight.
Oh God.
All right, so
Oh shoot.
shut up.
That was
Hate
good.
you. All right, so next we're gonna cover the Destiny beta release. You're looking forward to that.
Yes, I am. I pre-ordered it. I'm ready for the download. That comes out in just a few days here next week.
I can't decide if I'm excited for Destiny 2 or not. I mean, I am just because I really have been enjoying Destiny when we've been playing it lately. But it did, like, you know, every time the update would come out, it was so exciting. But then we'd beat it, and it's like...
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the one thing is, like, right now we're playing, you know, we're playing Destiny, but we've done everything.
Yeah.
The game's 3 years old.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we've done everything. So now it's just kind of like, oh, this is fun to relive. And then, you know, we beat a raid or something like that. And then it's just like
6 times.
Okay, that's it.
So we never got
So,
Rhoda.
What?
What?
I don't want to hear it. So, yeah, I mean, it's fun to go back and relive it. But, yeah, I'm ready for something new to come out. So it'll be interesting. Well... So the beta is coming out next week. So what you're getting in the beta is you're allowed to play the very first campaign mission. You're allowed to explore the new
like the towers.
Yeah, the tower or the farm is what they call it. So you're allowed to new mission farm. You can play the new game type of multiplayer. Crucible, whatever you want to call it.
I'm just saying. You're struggling with the name there.
Yeah, you're allowed to play the new game type and then do the strike. There's one strike that'll be available. So those are the things that you're. Oh, and the other thing, the other thing that you're allowed to do is they're coming out with new maps. So the way they're doing the Crucible maps is they're trying to base the maps on the game types that'll be available for that map. Mm-hmm. So another thing that is available is Control, but it's on a new map that's actually made for Control. And there's actually been a few updates for Control. So you remember when we went into a Control, you have to capture, you know, the nearest point, or you rush for Bravo. Yeah. Well, now with the new Control type, your first point is already captured. So you have the choice of going.
So it's an immediate fight for B or go for their.
Right.
Their
so you go B line or you fight theirs. So that's your two choices. Also, when on Control, you remember how, like, if you got 4 guys, the thing would just go whoop, and you'd be done. Now it's same across the board on everything.
Oh, I kind of don't like that, actually.
Yeah.
Because I like that, because that's the thing, like, you can be like, alright, you just capture points, and then the rest of us are just going to kill, you know? Because having the advantage to capture faster by having more people there kept it more like a Control type game instead of just a team deathmatch with occasionally capturing a point.
I should also explain this. It's the same across the board, but the one thing they did do away with is there's no neutral points now. So once
you capture it, it's yours.
Once you capture it, it's yours.
Gotcha.
There's no you know, you have to make it neutral and then make it yours. Yeah. It's just you capture it and that's it.
I don't know. Which is, it's weird that I'm not sure about it because
you're the multiplayer guy.
Yeah, I'm the PvP guy.
But yeah, that so one thing you can do right now too is you can go on to IGN First is going through a lot of Destiny info this month. Almost every other day they're coming out with new videos this month. They've already gone over, like, what's the vision of Destiny 2. They've explored the farm a little bit. There's still some hidden things in there. They said you can check out. They've gone over the Sentinel, the new Titan class that's replacing the.
Okay, so that was another question I had was, are you happy with this? Like, okay, so you're mostly a hunter player. Or at least you were in Destiny.
Hold on. Before we get into that. So, the IGN First has a lot of different videos. Like I said, they've gone into the Hunter class, the Sentinel. They've touched on the new Void Walker and little things. But they're still keeping a wrap on, like, different things. They haven't shown any of the, like, menus or anything. So like the skill trees, I should say, for the different
If
classes.
they don't fix the dang load time for the menus, I'm done with Destiny. I'm just saying. There's so many times when you're like, I gotta pop a synth. Pause.
Oh yeah, I really hope they fix that because you're
Okay, I can pop it. Close.
Yeah, I really hope they fix that.
Yeah.
But
that was terrible.
yeah,
like,
they're keeping a lot of things under wrap until the beta comes out because when the beta comes out, everybody's just gonna dissect the crap out of everything,
absolutely, including us.
Yeah. So they're keeping a lot of stuff. So if you want to check things out, go on to IGN's website and check out all their information that they have there. So you were saying something about classes.
So you're primarily a hunter.
Oh, the hunter.
Yeah, I'm usually the warlock, and then we have all three. But as far as like favorite characters, hunter was yours, warlock was mine. How are you feeling about the new subclasses in regards to if it's still your favorite character or not?
So I'm really interested to see. I don't know if I'm going to stick with the hunter. I really don't. Just because I want to see what the hunter's void class is. They haven't said if they're bringing back the void bow or not. They just said really nothing.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting when the beta comes out. One, if they're going to have all three classes. There's different.
They're not going to.
Well, there's different. If you look at some of the videos that are out there, if you've seen like the menu of some of the stuff that came out during E3, they got to look at the menu system of a few of the classes, but they couldn't go into the actual skill trees. But there is 3 slots, kind of like there was in the very beginning of Destiny. There was 3 slots, but one of them there was nothing in it because they released it later. So it'd be interesting to see if we get all 3 classes in the beta. But I'll be interested to see if the void bow is back. The Captain America shield for the Titan looks kind of cool.
Yeah, it looks pretty sweet. I'm super happy with them changing the Warlock solar.
The solar, getting rid of the revive.
So I liked the revival, but in reality, I didn't use it enough to make it effective. The only time I used it was where I used it
that is true.
A lot was during the raids.
That is true because a lot of times it felt like you would equip your solar class as a backup so you would just save your super and then sometimes you would never use it and it's like, why am I even being this class?
Yep.
So I do like the fact. I do like the fact that the Titan is not getting. Well, I should say I hope he's not getting. It hasn't been confirmed yet, but I hope he's not getting the
OP abilities he had.
Well, no, I hope he's not getting the the buffs. Remember when he popped his shield, you can get weapons of light or blessings of light. I hope he's not doing that because then it comes into play more teamwork. So it's like, okay, because the Titan still has the shield ability as one of his options with the Sentinel, but it's more of a, I'm going to put my shield up and bubble everybody in here, and then you would have to have a Warlock
it
come
almost
up.
takes you out of the fight because you're just playing defense.
Right, but it would also be, you put up your shield to guard everybody, and then the Warlock would have to come in and pop his buffing ability that he has now. So it'd be like, okay, I put up the shield, the Warlock buffs, so it acts more as teamwork.
Yeah.
And then I would just have to see what the Hunter would do. Just stand there.
It doesn't work for you and I, though, because we always do everything, so...
Right, but I mean, it gives more of a chance of, especially with the new raids, because I'm pretty sure the raids are going to be a lot harder.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And I'm pretty sure they're going to try to make it to where people don't duo or solo things.
Yeah.
But I don't know, because I mean, that is one of the things that's big on Destiny is, okay, right as it comes out, there, it's going to be rushed for the raid, because they said the raid is not coming out exactly with the
release.
Or actually, is it? I don't remember. It might come out for the release. It might come out a little later. I don't remember how they're doing it. I watched a video on it, but I can't remember what they said. But it's going to be a rush for the raid because everyone wants to make that world's first
Solo, duo.
No, just world's first raid.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to get to that spot. Me, I couldn't care less.
Yeah.
I more like to enjoy the game and look around and figure out things rather than...
Yeah, I was gonna say your definition of enjoying the game is very different from mine. I like to
find all the little knickknacks of things.
Like, I need
they have a
5
hidden
more
weapon.
calcified fragments.
Hey.
Okay, I grinded for like 12 hours last night, and I got 2 of the 5 calcified fragments I got.
I like your strategy of, here, son, go do this for me.
Hey, you know? To be fair, he was like, hey, do you want the sleeper stimulant? And I was like, I mean, if you want to get it, go ahead.
Has he got it yet?
No, he's got, I think the Earth War set, and that's it.
Oh, okay.
You got the other 2 war sets, so I ain't complaining. Beats me having to do it.
But yeah, I hope the classes are a little more teamwork based, so you can rely on each other a little more to get buffs and stuff. The one thing that makes me question on whether I want to play the hunter or not is the class ability of like the rolling. So like the roll to reload the weapon, or the roll to reload your like melee damage.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not too fond on that. The reloading maybe. But reloading melee, I didn't really care to throw my knife too much. So
see, I did when I would play my hunter.
I don't know about
Which
that.
Which is weird, because how much you throw your smoke grenade when you're playing your void class.
Yeah, the smoke grenade, maybe, but and I know in a lot of games, like if you can dodge roll, you are like pretty guaranteed to last a lot longer than the other guy. Yeah, but. Yeah, I don't know if I'll stick with the hunter. It all depends on just playing through it. I don't know.
I suppose we'll see. So last, as far as like games specifically, what games are you looking forward to coming out?
Oh, good lord.
There's a ton. There's a ton, but I mean we'll just mention a few. We're not going to talk about them really today. But one I'm really upset that has gotten delayed, that I've been looking forward to for years, is Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yep.
God, I can't wait for that game to come out.
That's going to be interesting. When did they say that got delayed to?
I don't even know. I don't even know right now. I stopped looking at it because it was just hurting my soul so much. It's been delayed so many times. I mean, and like the first one, I mean, you know, I played the crap out of the first one. I mean, I was stupidly high level.
You got me into it right at the end, and I don't think I really did much in that game.
No, I mean, level wise, like there wasn't even a comparison. Like there's very few games where I level up a lot and you don't. Red Dead Redemption, and well, it was GTA.
Yeah,
now you've almost caught me up in GTA, but I was way ahead of you in GTA, and Red Dead Redemption. I was always, super far ahead of you in that one. And then,
you had that game for a lot longer than I did.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's a game where I played by myself without you.
Yeah.
A lot. Yeah. Just because I enjoyed it so much.
The co-op one, what did we say?
Which one?
Crap. I keep wanting to say Dying Light, and it's not Dying Light. Why
crap, now you said it.
State of Decay.
State of Decay 2, yeah.
Jeez, I keep forgetting the name. I want to play the game so bad, but I keep forgetting the darn name of it. On your notes there, you put SOD, and I'm like, I don't know what that is. State of Decay, yes. I can't wait to play that. One thing I did hear about you're kind of concerned about the drop-in, drop-out thing. Yeah. One thing I did hear that is, like, if I drop into your game, I can bring my character into your game, so I can keep building and leveling up my character. Mm-hmm. But the one thing I haven't heard of is if I bring my character into your game and the character dies, one, it's dead completely. So I've lost my character in your game and my game. Yeah. So that's kind of cool. But
yeah, cool.
But if my character dies, do I get to choose a character from my game or a character from your game when I'm in your game? That's the one thing I haven't heard anything about.
We just want to die.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Now that you said that, my excitement level for State of Decay 2 has gone up tremendously.
Yes,
because I was really concerned about the whole drop in, drop out thing. But I'm pretty happy about that right now.
I still don't think that'll be too much of an issue. I mean, yes, it's going to be pretty much like if we start playing a game on your game, we have to constantly keep playing it on your game. Yeah. The one thing is like. If I'm building that one character on your game, I get tired of that or whatever. Mm-hmm. Can I keep switching to characters in my game, or do I have to choose ones from yours? I don't have a clue on that. Yeah. Because that'd be kind of stupid if I'm playing in your game, and all I can do is either level up my one character or level up yours.
Yeah.
Instead of at least trying to level up mine.
Same
Now,
yours.
the one thing I did hear is any experience or gear that I earn in your game, I can take back to mine.
Oh, that's good. That's cool. All right, so
Anthem is another one.
Yeah.
Everybody's excited about Anthem. Not too much is known.
It's mediocrely excited. Like, I don't. Yeah, that's the thing. We don't know enough about it for me to be.
Well, I know some stuff about it, but a lot of people are calling it the new Destiny because it looks great, looks awesome. You know, this could be a great fix to Destiny.
But who knows how it's going to turn out?
Yeah, who knows how.
Who's making that?
BioWare is making that one.
Well, BioWare has a good reputation. Or decent reputation.
Yeah, they have a good reputation of doing like story-based stuff. So this would be interesting if they do make it more of Destiny kind of like. So where it's they did say that it's going to be sci-fi fantasy, not sci-fi fiction.
Yeah.
So some of the stuff in there is not going to be like explained.
Yeah.
But it's just going to look cool. So I do like that aspect of.
What I'm looking forward to, but I don't think I'm not sure you're looking forward to, is the next Call of Duty.
I don't know. Call of Duty to me it's Call of Duty. It's the same thing over and over. So unless they bring something with this new World War II of changing stuff up, it's another Call of Duty.
The thing about it is, like, if you watch the gameplay of it, it's a lot more Battlefield-esque.
Right, and I've seen stuff like that, and like you choose like different classes, and there's like a almost like the tower in Destiny where I don't know what they're calling it.
They're trying to grab different aspects of different games and try and mash them together. I don't know whether it's going to work or not, but I love World War II era games, and I haven't had a good one in a long time.
To me,
I'm kind of excited about it for myself.
I like the World War II era games. They're nice, but to me, I want a different era.
We've had this discussion a million times.
I want
Vietnam. We want
Desert Storm. I want, something like that. I don't know why. It's just everybody likes World War II. That sounds really bad, but it's just an era that everybody goes to. Mm-hmm. Battlefield 1 did something different of going to World War I that nobody's done, and it was fun. But going to World War I lost what was Battlefield of customizing and doing different things. Now they added operations and stuff, which is nice.
The operations, was probably really cool.
And it sounds like Call of Duty is doing the exact same thing of adding operations, which I like that play style. But I think they lost a little bit of it. But if they do something different and change it up, I'll check it out. Yeah,
that's the thing. For me, I'm probably gonna try it. If I like it, I might keep it. I don't know. We'll see. Let's go ahead and talk about. We got a few different expos coming up in August. We got.
Hold up before we go on. There's one more game coming out that we will be playing, and that's Fortnite is coming out. I've been watching a lot of different stuff.
When's the actual release date on that?
The actual release date is July 25th, but if you pre-ordered, you can get July 21st, which we pre-ordered.
Right.
So we can play it July 21st.
All right.
And I can't. I'm excited. I want to play it. It looks so good. I keep seeing all different stuff because, again, it's the looter shooters. Get different weapons and craft it, and there's different, the legendaries and all that stuff. I'm like, yes, I like that stuff.
So you got 8 more days.
One more week. Then I'm going to be like, yay!
But honestly, that is one that I think we're both going to enjoy playing.
Yeah, I'm interested in the Assassin. I want to try that one. I don't know why, but I want to try the Assassin. What do we got next? I just wanted to throw that out there as a last little bit there because.
All right, so just quick touching on what expos are coming up. We got Game Expo, Game On Expo, Gamescom, and PAX West all coming up in August.
Yeah. The Comic-Con in San Diego just happened. That was last weekend.
Diego,
yeah. Did you hear what happened in the beginning? That a lot of people were.
No.
They had about 60,000 people show up. Mm-hmm. 2 metal detectors. And they had to fit 60,000 people through them.
Yeah, I'm sure that went over great.
Yeah, I don't know how they scrambled to make it happen, or maybe they added more later. I don't know.
RTX just passed.
Yep, RTX is another one that just passed.
Yep. I mean, not really anything big came out of those. They haven't really done much of the posting as far as any of their like follow-up stories on.
Not game related. There was a few movie announcements that came out, a few leaks that came out, but
I'm looking forward to Laser Team 2. People laughed at that movie because it was so dumb, but for me, like, I love the Rooster Teeth crew, and so like Laser Team was great, and I'm looking forward to Laser Team 2.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
And then next, Xbox versus PS5.
The whole Xbox. To me, I'm looking forward to it. I'd like to see the 4K graphics and stuff, and I feel like my Xbox is slowing down just because I've had it for so long. So I'm interested in to upgrade. Now, do you know much about the PS5? I haven't heard.
There hasn't been much released. I've looked. There isn't a ton of like legitimate information out there right now. At least not that we have access to. So it's kind of a little preemptive to even talk about this. So we'll probably just briefly touch on it right now.
Yeah, because
but here's the bottom line is, like, at least as far as Xbox, I think they messed up when they went from like, hey, this is gonna be something you attach onto your Xbox, like when they were talking about the Scorpio originally, and they were like, hey, this is just gonna be an add-on to your Xbox. Instead, now they're like, okay, scratch that, we're just making a whole new system. That was the thing, like, when Xbox One came out, it was like, the only thing we'll ever do anymore is just improve your system and not make you buy an entirely new system.
Yeah, I remember
Which was
that.
one thing that, they had up on PlayStation, because PlayStation was like, oh yeah, PS4 just came out, alright, we're working on PS5. And Xbox was like, no, this is like the pinnacle console, like, there's not much really anymore that we can do to make this better.
Besides making it into a computer.
Yeah. And, we're going to release this thing that is going to improve certain aspects of it, especially like VR, things like that. But it's not going to be a new system. And then now, like, the time finally comes and, like, oh, by the way, it's a new system. Not very happy about that. However, I am still looking forward to what they do with it, just because, as a gamer, it's always all about that next console, that best console.
Yeah.
You got to have, what's best. The one thing I'll say about PS5, I've read a couple articles now that's literally talking about how if the PS5 cannot beat the Xbox, Sony's done with.
I have seen that.
With making consoles, because in reality, like, PlayStation just can't keep up with Xbox. It's not happening.
Yeah, a lot of polls and stuff I've seen have been. A lot of people are liking Xbox more, which is kind of funny because when the Xbox One came out when the Xbox One came out from the 360, it was interesting because they kind of marketed it like, hey, this is a family thing. It's less on gaming and more of a,
it's more a multimedia platform.
Yeah, it's a multimedia platform, but as we've progressed now, they've done away with the whole, yes, it still is a multimedia. You can access the internet, go on to, Pandora and listen to a bunch of different things, and that's fine and dandy, but it still hasn't lost the fact that this is a gaming console, which is nice. And they're going back to, they're not marketing as, hey, get all the family around and let's watch movies or whatever.
Well, and that's, like, for me, like, a huge selling point, like, because obviously we both have both consoles. The thing that I will always love about my Xbox way more than my PlayStation is the fact that if I'm doing a game where I absolutely have to grind and you and I are just sitting there just grinding away at whatever.
Oh, like, I know where this is going.
Sitting there going after, like, the exotic swords on Destiny is an example, where you just ride around in a freaking circle on your Sparrow just collecting stupid relic iron for hours on end. I can sit there listening to Pandora with, through my Xbox still, and I can still talk to you through chat, I can still play the game just fine, and I can still have full control over Pandora simultaneously. That, to me, is hands down one of the best features for somebody that absolutely hates grinding.
Yes. For a lot of games that, I play by myself or something like that, it's great to just listen to music, because then you're not so focused on, okay, I gotta get another one, I gotta nail
left turn.
Yeah.
Another left turn.
Yeah, now you're just sitting there going, oh, kill this guy, You know, I'm more paying attention to the music or whatever than, what I'm actually doing.
Or, like, even just, like, snapping apps, stuff like that. Broadcasting on Twitch straight from your Xbox. I honestly don't even know if you can do it from PlayStation because it's such a hassle to set anything up through PlayStation that it's easier just to run it through, like, our Elgatos or, OBS or something like that, rather than straight from the console. With Xbox, super easy. You just say, hey, broadcast. The end. And it's like, there's just so much more versatility that you get from the Xbox One than you do the PlayStation 4. Now, obviously, none of what we're talking about is new information because these are all obviously what would now be considered the previous gen consoles. But as these next gen consoles are coming out, I feel like Xbox already has a huge leg up on PlayStation unless PlayStation can get their act together or I say PlayStation, but I mean Sony can get their act together and match the Xbox for what they're releasing for the gamers.
Well, the one thing also, too, is with PS5 right now is, yes, they have to match basically quality of life stuff. So like we said, we like Pandora and stuff on there. They also have to match the graphical quality with Xbox. But then I think to get people to actually come to PlayStation, they also have to add something new to the fact of, whether it be quality of life, a gaming thing, ease of access to something,
But here's the question. What do you add at this point that Xbox hasn't already added or is adding?
I don't know. Well, the one thing is that Xbox just came out with the Xbox Game Pass.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe now that now that Xbox have come out with that, maybe now that instead of, saying, hey, we're going to release discs to everything, you just pay for the PlayStation, and then maybe PlayStation and your PlayStation Game Pass or whatever are merged into one. So instead of paying $60 a year, it's maybe $90 a year or half off or something like that, to where I can play every game in the world, something that's cheaper than Xbox. And now I don't have to buy games. I don't have to. Yeah, I'd probably put GameStop out of.
That would never work.
I don't know.
Because, no video game developer is going to develop for Sony at that point.
Yeah, because then their games are half off or whatever. Or it wouldn't go directly to the Game Pass. Yeah. But I don't know. Is Steam on PlayStation?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be another partnership or something to get some Steam games on it.
The problem with that is, then it's you got to make it cross-console.
Now, the one thing that PlayStation has over Xbox, VR. That's the one.
Not once this new Xbox comes out, though.
But the new Xbox coming out is Microsoft. What I should say is Microsoft doesn't have their own VR yet. They're working on it, and it's supposed to be cheaper than all the other ones, but they don't have it coming out yet. What PlayStation is right now, you can buy VR games. Now, the one thing that kind of sucks with the VR stuff...
The VR sucks.
Well, the one thing that sucks with the VR is some of their games are good on VR, but the one thing that sucks is there's not a lot of VR games on PlayStation. They're slowly gaining more and more, but it would almost be better to do...
VR hasn't caught on in popularity yet for the casual or competitive gamer.
Right.
What it is right now is it's a novelty for people.
It's a niche, basically.
And it's a very small one because it is so expensive. It is so small still that unless you're, a rich guy who just has, a ton of money to blow and you think it'd be interesting to have VR, then you don't buy it. You know what I mean?
Right. But what I was saying before is it almost... To me, it's more worth it to go out and get the more expensive ones, the Oculus or the HTC Vive or something like that. To me, it's more worth it to go out and get those ones just for the fact of, one, you're getting a better quality, and two, you're getting a lot more games because
the PC has a million more games.
Yeah, Steam has all kinds of free VR stuff that you can tinker around with, and pretty much whatever comes out for the PlayStation VR comes out for the Steam
PC.
Yeah, so to me, you're getting everything that you need. But again, like we said, it's a niche, so you're paying, you're getting more expensive stuff, which a lot of people can't do. I mean, even the Xbox One coming out, did they give a price point on that yet?
I think it's 5 or 6, if I remember right.
Yes, I think it's 5. But the one thing that will be interesting too is the release date that they have, I want to say it's November 7th, but I could be wrong. I don't remember. I'd have to look it up again. But the one thing that's interesting is I know that it's going to get released the week before Black Friday. So I wonder if will they drive it down for Black Friday, or because it is a new released item,
it'll probably stay
the same.
Yeah.
Because I also wonder too, is are they gonna drop it for Christmas too, or are they gonna stay the same price?
It's gonna stay the same. Because Xbox honestly doesn't have to lower it, and Sony can't match their prices already. So if they make a console, if the PS5 is comparable to the Xbox, it's gonna be more expensive. Sony's never released a console for the same price or cheaper than
that's true.
Microsoft,
and I think I think that's one thing that is hurting them.
Well, but the problem is Microsoft can absorb the cost because Microsoft is such a huge company between their PCs and everything else that they dabble in. They can absorb the cost of releasing their consoles for cheaper than Sony. The problem is Sony's TVs not doing great. Sony's electronics just in general not doing great. Yeah. So can they absorb the cost of lowering the price of their consoles? They cannot.
Yeah.
Because even Microsoft has released, like, they really don't make money on on Xbox.
Yeah.
They make enough to maintain the servers. They make enough to maintain releasing the consoles and doing the R&D, but it's not a huge market for them.
Which is surprising because for how many gamers there are in the world now, a lot of them are PC based, but still, there's.
But that's the thing, you can't address the PC gamers because a lot of them are still running off of Microsoft.
That's true.
So Microsoft is still making money off of them, but I'm talking specifically console itself. So we're only addressing the whatever percentage is our Xbox players.
Right, and that's still well over like I think 10 million.
Oh, it's still a stupid high number.
Right.
And I'm not saying it isn't, but cost to profit ratio as far as the Xbox itself, isn't there isn't enough profit margin to where if they were going to just make consoles that they would survive as a company.
Yeah, I also saw an article recently that like how like if they give you like warranties and stuff like that, so if you open up your Xbox or whatever and try to mod it or whatever, you can get in trouble for that.
Yeah.
They've actually, some guy took it to court and said, I have bought this. This is my property. I could open it up if I want to. And he actually won. So now because it went up to, I don't remember how high it went up, but it's now starting to become a law that if I buy my Xbox, it is mine to own. Mm-hmm. Instead of being almost like you rent it from Microsoft.
Yeah.
But now it's changing to where this is my property and I can do what I want with it.
Yeah.
So, we could see warranties being changed soon. Who knows? But, it was just a little interesting thing I saw.
Yeah, that is interesting.
But, yeah, getting back to the Xbox versus PlayStation, like I said, when it comes out, I'll look at it, look at all the specs, but I don't know if I'll buy it right away.
The Xbox or the PS5?
Xbox.
Yeah,
just because not a lot is known about the PS5 right now.
Well, honestly, not enough is known about either one for me.
Well, there's a lot of information. You just go and look. But
I know, but
one thing
I want to see like the difference, like side by side difference between the Xbox One and the new Xbox.
The one thing that will be a pain that I know that we both have to do if we get a new Xbox is once we get a new one, you have to unplug your drive, plug it back in, and download all the games that we have back onto the Xbox.
I feel like that would be one of the worst things ever.
That would be horrible.
That would definitely be awful.
Though, what did they say? The Xbox is coming with a 1 terabyte, I think?
Yeah, I think so.
So that'll be kind of good. And then add another terabyte, or I don't even remember how big my external is anymore, onto the back.
I think mine's just a terabyte.
But,
which I never thought I'd fill up, but holy crap, have we filled it up real quick.
I think I'm at 75% full now.
Oh, I've fully filled up mine, had to delete games, and I swap out 6 games every now and then.
Oh, I haven't done that.
But you download a lot less than I do.
Well, yeah.
All right. Well, I think we're gonna wrap it up for today. We're already gone longer than I expected to with just this.
It's getting kind of long.
Shut up.
Well, there was a lot of interesting stuff to talk about.
No. But I mean, we'll have to save that for next time because that's gonna be it for us today. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.
Goodbye.